Alright, so for number 31, they said that the area of the rectangle in centimeters squared is x squared. So the equation that may be used to help find the value of x would be, now if the area of the rectangle is x squared, so the area is now x squared, that is equal to length by breadth, right? So let me just put this, area is equal to length by breadth. We know that the area is x squared. The length of our rectangle is x minus 4, and then the breadth is 2. So this is x squared is equal to 2 by x minus 4. Now we put the x minus 4 in brackets because 2 will multiply by each term within the bracket. So this is the answer for as A. Now 32, the mass in kilograms of a bag of rice is given as 10.6 correct to 1 decimal place. The range of values in which the actual mass lies is, now, so this is 32. 10.6 is the mass, right? They want to know what's the range of values we could use for the mass. Remember, it would round up to 10.6. Now for A, that is 10.5 is more than equal to M, less than equal to 10.7. Now 10.6 would be the rounded up figure, and the figure when you round down. Now when we round up 10.5, we would get 10 point. Actually, we'd have to have a figure after this, right? So A would be out of the question. B, if we have 10.55 more than equal to M, less than equal to 10.65, sorry, strictly less than, right? Now 10.55, when we round this up, you circle this one, you look at this one, because this is 5 or more, you add 1, so it will be 10.6. But here, this would round up to 10.7. Now, because this one is strictly less than, right, M is less than 10.65, it means that it will be less than or equal to 10.64. And when we round up that, we'll end up with 10.6. Yeah. So because this one is strictly less than, B is the answer for this one. Now for 33, the volume of a cube whose edge is, alright, so we know that volume of a cube is side cube. The side is 6, and 6 cube is 216 centimeters cube, which is G. 34 refers to the figure. Okay, so we know that the figure is a sector of a circle. The minor arc is PQ, which is 8 centimeters. What is the length of the circumference of the entire circle? Now we have a sector here. The angle here is 60 degrees. So if this sector, the angle is 60 degrees, it means that this sector here is 1/6 of the circle. So this arc here would represent 1/6 of the circumference. Therefore, the entire circumference would be 8, which is this length here, times 6, that is 48, which is C. 35. The distance around the edge of a circular pond is 88 meters. Alright, so the distance around a circular pond, is 88 meters. So that's the circumference basically. Right, now we know circumference is 2 pi r. They want to know what is the radius. So if the circumference is 88 and the circumference is 2 pi r, then we know that 2 pi r is equal to 88. We make an r the subject of the formula. So because 2 by pi is multiplying here, when it go across, it will divide. So we get 88 divided by 2 pi, which is D. For number 36, they want to know which of the following statements is true. Now we have the perimeter of a square and the perimeter of a rectangle. So the perimeter of A would be side by 4, which is 12 by 4, that is 48. And the perimeter of B would be 2 by length plus breadth. So 9 plus 16 will give you 25. 25 by 2 is 50. So we can see that the perimeter of A is less than the perimeter of B, which is D. 37. The length of the sides of a triangle are x, 2x, and 2x centimeters. If the perimeter is 20, what is the value of x? So the perimeter of the perimeter is the distance around, right? So we add in the three sides, which would give us 5x, and the perimeter is 20. So x must be 20 over 5, which is 4. The answer is A. 38. The area of a rectangle is 53.6 centimeters squared. If the length is multiplied by 4 and the width is half, so the length is multiplied by 4 and the width is half. So 4 by a half is 2. So therefore we multiply the area of the rectangle by 2, which is 53.6 by 2, you get 107.2, that is C. 39. Each exterior angle of a regular polygon measures 45 degrees. How many sides has the polygon? Now the formula for the exterior angles of a polygon is 360 over n. Right, so 360 over n will give you the formula for the exterior angle. So basically we just want to find n. So when you cross multiply, we get 360 is equal to 45n. So n, when 45 go across, it will divide. So it's 360 divided by 45, that will give you 8, which is B for number 39. For 40, they wanted to know the number of boys who chose football. So 160 boys participated in a games evening. So they want to know how much of them who chose football. Now football is 90 degrees, which is a quarter of the circle. So a quarter of 160 is 40. So that is A for number 40. Number 41, the probability that a boy chosen at random participated in boxing. Alright, so if football is 40 students, then boxing would be half of football, which is 20. The probability would be 20 over 160, which is 1/8, that is A. For number 42, how many boys participated in cricket? Now cricket, that is 3/8 of the circle, right? And 3/8 of 160 would give you 60, which is B. So 60 boys participated in cricket. For 43, which of the following is not a statistical diagram? Now the bar graph is a diagram, the pie chart is a diagram, the frequency polygon is a diagram. However, the modal class is not a diagram. So number 43 is D. Number 44, a bag contains 2 red, 4 yellow, and 6 blue balls. They want to know what's the probability of drawing a blue ball. So in all, we have 12 marbles. Is it marbles? Balls? Right, 12 balls. So the probability of choosing a blue would be 6 on 12, which is a half. That is C. Now for number 45, they wanted to know what was the modal score. So you're looking for the highest frequency first. So we're looking at the students row. The highest frequency there is 12. And it meant that 12 of them would have scored 8. So the modal score there is 8, which is A. For number 46, right, so they want to know which of them describing the relation. Now a multiple is basically a number that you can multiply by another number to get a number, right? So if we multiply 2 by 2, we get 4. If we multiply 2 by 3, we get 6. If we multiply 2 by 4, we get 8. So 2 is a multiple of 4, 6, and 8. Now 3, if we multiply it by 2, we get 6. So 3 is a multiple of 6. 4, if we multiply it by 1, and then we multiply it by 2, we get 4 and 8. So 4 is a multiple of 4 and 8. And then 5 is a multiple of 5. So we could say that x is a multiple of y, which is B. Alright, so the diagram, okay, so at the point A, the coordinates is -5, -3, and at the point B, the coordinates is -1, -1. Now when you go and apply your formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, you will get d is the answer, a half. Number 48. Which of the following best describes the function? Alright, I'm going to do it here for you. 48. So we have f of x. Here we go. X is the values 2, 5, 8 and 11. Y or f of x would be 5, 8, 11 and 14. Now if we take the first function a, which is f of x is equal to x plus 3. So our f of x value, which is this here, would be x plus 3. So if our x is 2, 2 plus 3 is 5, f of x is 5. If x is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, f of x is 8. Same thing for this one and this one. So the function is a. For number 49, the range of values for f of x as it goes to x cubed for the domain negative 2, minus 1, 0, 1 and 2. So negative 2, so it's f of x is x cubed. So we need to find the range, which is our f of x values. So we substituted minus 2 into x cubed. So negative 2 cubed would give us minus 8, negative 1 cube is minus 1, 0 cube is 0, 1 cube is 1 and 2 cube is 8. So the range would be these values, which is D. For number 50, if A, B and C are constants, the equation of the graph could be, now we have a curve here. We know that the curve, the formula, the equation of a curve is ax squared plus bx plus c, right? Or the same thing as y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. So C is the answer for number 50. For number 51, they want to know which of the following represents the graph of a function. Now to test to see if a graph is a function, you will do the vertical line test. If the vertical line test cuts the graph more than once, it would not be a function. So for instance, if we take the first function there, right? Now the points, let me erase